China and the US are officially entering that fine, we'll build everything ourselves phase. And honestly, this giant mech robot proves it perfectly. Because this isn't just some random robot reveal anymore. This is China basically saying, we don't need to wait for the future, we're building it ourselves. A company called Unitree Robotics just revealed the GD01, a real manned mech robot that people can actually buy. Yeah, a real mech. You climb inside it, you control it, and it walks around like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And suddenly, everybody online is realizing, hold on, China is moving fast. Because for years, people mostly looked at the US as the leader in futuristic tech. You had companies like Tesla working on humanoid robots, Boston Dynamics making insanely advanced robot dogs, big AI companies everywhere, massive chip companies, military technology. The US has always been the future tech country in people's minds. But now, China is pulling up with giant mech robots, humanoid AI, advanced EVs, robot factories, and next-gen chips almost every month. And what's scary is they're not just showing concepts anymore, they're actually manufacturing this stuff. That's the big difference. Anyone can show a futuristic prototype on stage, but turning it into a real product people can buy, that's another level. And the GD01 feels exactly like that moment. This thing stands almost 9 feet tall and weighs over 1,100 pounds with the pilot inside. That is huge. It can walk on 2 legs, then switch into 4-legged movement like some robotic beast. And when you watch it move, it honestly feels unnatural, like humanity just crossed into a new era. Now, obviously, people are joking online saying, yeah, we're cooked, or anime has officially become real life. But underneath the memes, there's a serious reason people are paying attention. This is all connected to self-reliance. Right now, both China and the US are trying hard to depend less on each other, especially after all the chip bans, trade wars, AI restrictions, and tech sanctions over the past few years. The US is trying to build more chips locally. China is trying to build its own AI, its own processors, its own robotics industry, basically everything. And this mech robot feels like part of that bigger race. China is basically proving, if you block us from one thing, we'll just build our own version. That mindset is becoming stronger every year. And honestly, it's making the tech world move insanely fast. Because now, both countries are competing in AI, robotics, electric cars, chips, space tech, basically everything. And competition pushes innovation hard. That's why we're suddenly seeing futuristic technology arrive way earlier than people expected. 5 years ago, a commercial mech robot sounded ridiculous. Now, somebody with enough money can literally buy one. That's crazy. Now, the company did say people should use the robot in a friendly and safe manner, which is honestly one of the funniest warnings ever. Because bro, look at this thing. It looks like it could punch through a concrete wall. The arms are massive, the movement looks powerful, and it genuinely feels intimidating. This isn't some cute little helper robot. This thing looks like the first step towards military-grade exosuits from video games. And that's exactly why people are both excited and nervous. Because yes, robotics can help humanity a lot. These machines could eventually help with construction, rescue missions, dangerous environments, heavy lifting, disaster recovery, maybe even healthcare someday. But at the same time, humans have a terrible habit of turning powerful technology into weapons. That's the part everybody quietly thinks about, especially when global competition is getting more intense. Now, let's talk about the price. The GD01 costs around $650,000, which sounds absolutely insane at first, but weirdly, robotics experts are saying that's actually not that expensive for what this thing can do. And honestly, that tells you how advanced the technology really is. Because inside this machine, you've got balancing systems, hydraulics, movement AI, sensors, motors, control systems, and tons of engineering happening all at once. This isn't just a big metal suit, it's basically a moving computer with legs. And if this is version 1, imagine what version 5 looks like. Smaller, faster, smarter, maybe even partially autonomous. That's the future people are starting to realize is coming very fast now. And honestly, this whole China versus US self-reliance race might end up pushing technology further than anything else in history, because neither side wants to fall behind anymore. And when superpowers start competing to build the future, everybody else suddenly wakes up one day surrounded by technology that used to exist only in movies.